All right, Shalom. So today's assignment: upper torque mount for a Honda Civic, 2009 Honda Civic. 1 bolt, 2, 3, 4. Remember to do that. 5, 6. Two slightly different bolts. I'll mark one with the blue color, so I remember which one is which. Maybe I'll mark them both. 1 and then 2 dots. This is the actual mount itself. That is 47 foot-pounds. Also 47 foot-pounds when you retighten it. And there's one here, 47 foot-pounds with a mount or a dampener. This is metal. This is hard plastic. Inside there is rubber. Let's see. This is a ground wire, by the way. This one right here, you want to take that off. I just did my axle, so I had to do that too. Also here, there's a bracket. 2, 1, 2. It's underneath that dampener. If I zoomed out, you'll see a pattern here. This is shaped like a T. This right here, all the way shaped like a T with a round bushing in the center. Underneath here, this is a whole top bracket. I'm not replacing that today, but maybe I'll get a chance to get all the new stuff like it recommends on a Honda manual, like next month or the month after. But until then, keeping that bad baby. They recommend also getting new bolts. These to be new bolts. Not that one, but this one. Sorry. Cat fur on my face. And there is another bolt here. A 10, that's another 14 millimeter. There's for clearance sake, you'd want to take this and slide this up. You did mention that. That's a small bracket. Let me take that 10 out. So what I'll probably end up having to do is put that back to take that 10 out because it's now in the way. Oh no, not quite. But we'll do that. These are your AC lines. We want to avoid those at all costs. So be real careful dealing with these. This goes underneath here. That clamps there. We don't want to remove that. We'll work around it. And what else? Down at the very bottom, you have that bolted on the other side. I don't know if you can see it. I don't even know if I can see it right now. But it's another over there. I can see an old valve stem in there. Anyway, what is next? This is probably worn out and damaged. This is a little plate. It may actually fall out. And this is rubber right here, shaped like a funnel, upside down. And that part down there is flat. The angle you'll see on the online parts, they won't show the flat angle per se, but definitely flat. And if I were you, I would just get the bracket and ask which bolts associate with it. So these bolts and those 3, and this top one for the torque strut or the torque mount. And they also say these 2. No, I don't know if they say these 2. They don't say these 2. They just say that one in particular. I could be wrong. Could be all of them. Get them anyway. And I see why they would do that. The wear and tear. Maybe it flattens, mushes some of the metal since it's next to heat like this. This is aluminum. Let's not forget. And when you lower this, it's going to drop a little. So the order of droppage, you take this out first, and then you go here, and then you take that out last when you get to this point. This actually slides up and down. It's kind of rusted and stuff, but shouldn't be too bad. And I do believe that would almost be it. I say almost because something tells me there's one more thing. Oh, no, there's that. Oh, I see. I see. So this is the part that's going to take. It's kind of a bitch. The fella mentioned it. I think it was. I can't even see in there. Not too sure. Let's see. So that's that bracket I talked about a minute ago. So right there, that bolt there. Here's the bracket that touches the side wall, and then there's this bolt. Looks like a 10mm as well. That bracket, if you don't put that on before you put everything back in, it's a black bracket and it's connecting these ABS lines. So that's what these are. That bracket to the ABS line. And you see, if you don't put it back on at that right angle before you put it back in the car and tighten it all the way up, you're not getting that sucker back in there. Just so you know, it'll take you hours. That's a major tip. So that right there is about all I'm going to do on this side, and then I'll lower it back down. And a good tip, rule of thumb, is to also remember to do things in order. These two before you do that end. And as you're putting that in, when you get this one back in, these 14s down here for the funnel shape front engine mount. When you get those back in, do not tighten anything. Do not even put bolts in it until you get that bracket in that ABS mount. Otherwise, you're going to have hell. You have to do it all over again. So I think that was, these two are 54 foot-pounds. I just studied the video right before this and hope I'm right. And don't forget to have fun. Ciao.